Hello, my name's Fox Ryan. So again, I'm Fox, and I just saw Monkey King, the end of season 4. Like, okay, like this show can be a pain in the ass to remember, but also I don't know if I brought it up last time, but I do want to point out because in this one, it definitely gets brought. It gets kind of not really brought up, but like I love how much of Journey to the West is actually in this because again, I love Dragon Ball Z, don't get me wrong, but it is definitely like Dragon Ball Z, man, what was it? Chozu? Well, I always remember and then I forget it. Mushin? Shinzo! That was it. Alright. Yeah, something like Shinzo where, maybe I'm remembering Shinzo wrong. I do feel like Shinzo, and maybe there are more literary connections in there, but like Shinzo, Dragon Ball probably has some of the more connection-esque to Journey to the West. But this one, like, I really do feel like this is the sequel, or like the continuation to Journey to the West. Because, obviously, like, Wukong becoming a legend, all that stuff. But on top of that, too, in this season, or this, like, mini-sode, because, okay, so I originally watched this on the site that this thing I usually watch, and I only had 3 seasons. Fine. Well, actually, I originally watched. Okay, how do I want to get to this? Let me actually talk about this part first. Sorry, my thoughts are everywhere. Okay, so I really do feel like this is a sequel to it because even like last season, when Tang was going through all the different stories bits of Journey to the West to try to find everyone, at one point he appears at a riverbed where there's a bunch of pregnant women and he's offered a cup with water, and it never explains why, but Tang goes, ah, and runs and teleports away, which I love that because if you know Journey to the West, you know that town is only women and the way they get pregnant is when they drink the water, which in Journey to the West, Tripitaka accidentally drinks the water and becomes pregnant, and they have to pretty much give him like another thing to like get the baby out of him. Which I know this all because of OSP, but still, over the sarcastic productions. So, go watch the Journey to the West stuff. It's great, but it's really funny with that, and like even like this, I actually really like too because even in this season, when they kind of tape back together the scroll bit that Wukong was stuck in, and MK and Macaque go into it, they pretty much have to go through like specifically Monkey King's storyline. And also, while this is all going on, Arthur Line is barely holding the universe together after he killed the Jade Emperor. He's barely holding the power together. The world is starting to rip itself apart. But like they go through the story, and you see like when like Monkey King was born, when he was just a monkey, when he learned to speak, like all the different ways that he's slowly trying to gain immortality. And Macaque telling him like he never wanted to stop. He always wanted more. He wanted more power, more immortality. That's all what he's always wanted. And you see like that like kind of you see that selfishness in Monkey, even to the point where after they attacked Heaven and he got thrown under the mountain, when Macaque actually comes to visit him and offer him a peach, like Monkey King's like doesn't spit in his face, but he does treat Macaque badly. He treats Macaque badly, and the thing is too, like we see like him and Macaque being friends beforehand. Macaque also being, like I'm saying, that he used to live on Flowerfruit Island with Monkey King. And also like some other cool Journey to the West stuff, like when Macaque and MK find like a giant golden crack in the wall, and they're like, what is this? And Macaque tells them like, that's Monkey King. He's trying to get out. He's trying to get to you. He's trying to find him, which is cool. I like that. But pretty much it's like in like the oh, here I can show the waterfall area here, which I guess this is probably supposed to be kind of around that time, but Except these guys aren't here. There's no brother, sister, Monkey. Anyways, but they, he said, oh, he tells MK, like, ready to become the Monkey King, and Monkey's like, what? He's like, because Monkey King jumped through the water. He's like, you really need to read the entire book of Journey of the West, man. It's really funny. But anyways, so they eventually go through, and they see, again, the whole life, and then, like, the whole thing, Monkey King's trapped under the mountain. He kind of spits in Macaque's face. Macaque offering him, like, a peach, like, hey, sorry about this. And he's like, oh, you're really sorry? What are you really sorry? He's like, great, if you get me out of here. And he's like, I can't do that. And, Macaque, eventually they do find, like, and, like, eventually he, like, Macaque's like, oh, you know what? Fine. I don't need this. He crushes the peach, leaves it, and walks away. And Monkey goes, oh man, I really wanted that peach. Which, on one hand, like, I feel bad for Monkey King because he's stuck under there, but also on the same note, like, you did kind of do that to yourself a little. You did do that to yourself, but these two, and really the thing is, like, they really do play it up. At least this is how I kind of read it. It really does seem to play up, like, Macaque and Monkey King were kind of a thing. I feel like that's kind of what it really comes off as. Because it really does feel like they're exes in a lot of ways. But, like, I'm trying to think now. Sorry, my brain is scattered. But yeah, so, like, we see that eventually we do come up to the very end where, like, MK and Macaque find Monkey King, and, like, Monkey King says, like, I've made, like, he's regretful. He's like, I've made, like, reliving his entire life. He's like, I've made so many bad choices throughout my immortal life. And MK goes, well, the good thing is you're immortal. And Monkey's like, what? And he's like, you have an entire lifetimes to make up for all of that. Which is cute. Eventually they do escape. Again, while this is all going on, like, was it Golden Tusk and Tangu? The bird one. Those two together are like the Golden Tusk is like, look, Azur Lion's barely holding it together. We need to stop this. And he's like, it's fine. It's fine. He's like, it's not fine. The world is being destroyed. Eventually, Azur Lion comes, like, down from his throne, and then he tells, like, hey guys, let's have a drink. We won. And then he says, like, oh yeah. And then I think one of them, it was in Tang or someone, drops, because Azur Lion, every time he's, like, trying to get a hold of it, he remembers, like, Sun Wukong being his friend and all this stuff, and it's kind of throwing him off. Eventually, one of them drops that, like, oh yeah, Sun Wukong escaped, with Monkey, and he's like, what? And that's when Azur Lion's like, that's what I have to do. I have to destroy them. I have to kill them. And it's like, oh, Jesus. So he goes to do that. He teleports there to that. While that's going on, like, Team Monkey Kid's having a plan. And the thing is, like, this is a weird bit of writing, and I feel like maybe they added it later to pad out, like, the 40-minute special. Which, honestly, I would have liked if they would have I thought they were going to make it 2 seasons. That's why, like, when I started season 5, and, like, it's like, I'm like, why is Monkey King out? Like, did he escape at some point? I'm like, I'm confused. And they're just training like nothing. Like, isn't Azur Lion, like, ruling the place? That's when I had to look. I'm like, oh, shit, there's a special I missed. Which I'll get to, like, how bad it is trying to watch this show. God, they did everything in their power to make it, like, the worst possible experience to watch the show. And it kind of also sucks, too, because I feel like even then they should have had some patience, because I've seen like 2 to 3 minutes of season 5, and the animation got hit hard. They don't have the same team doing it, and it sucks. It sucks a little bit. I'm still gonna watch it because it's the last one, but, like, I'm kind of not excited for that season now. I feel like the animation was a big part of this, but we'll get to that. But yeah, so they build a plan. I think his name was Tang, the Golden Wing Tang. They talk about that guy, the bird one, and they say, like, okay, look, he cares about, like, self-preservation. We just need to make him run away. Golden Tusk, we just need to, we can probably talk to him and probably talk him down. Azur Lion, we just have to, what we have to do is we have to grab the scrolls. We have to find a way to get the scrolls away from him. Like, they kind of come up with a plan, and then a little bit later, Monkie goes, alright, so here's the plan. I'm like, we already talked about the plan, didn't we? Unless they edited it weird, and like, that part of the plan was supposed to be at that part, but anyways, Monkie, there was also, I do love that, like, when they're trying to come up with a plan, I think, Ichigo goes like, that's stupid. And then Monkie throws a crayon at him and just knocks him out, and he lands like Yamcha style. And then what is it? Pigsy starts talking, and like, I forgot what he exactly said, but like, Monkey's like, do you want me to throw a crayon at you too? I have a whole box of them. And eventually, then, oh no, wait. Was that when he said it? I can't remember who said it then after. I think it might have been Ichigo again, who badmouthed MK when MK's kind of had said his plan, and Monkey King just pelted him with another crayon, which I love the father-son dynamic, obviously with MK and Pigsy, but also with MK and Monkey King, because it's 100%, you can feel like that bit of like love there. But, so, anyway, so they make up a plan. Eventually, May comes up with a better plan, where, and the entire, like I said, it's still MK's plan, but the idea is that they split the teams up. While they're split up, they have to get someone to grab the scrolls from Azur Lion, because without the Azur Lion scrolls, with the scrolls that Azur Lion has, there's no way they can beat him. Like, there's no way, because they can easily just get sucked in, and they're screwed. So they actually do have to, so pretty much and the plan works, and like May says, like, the plan is to follow the actual plan, and so that way but make it look like we don't have a plan. Which works. They do separate everything, and pretty much how, like Monkey said in the beginning, happens. When Azur Lion does start to kind of fail at one point, Tang does almost leave. Also, like, they kept drawing, like, him, like, farting, like, on, like, Monkey King's original plan. There's no fart jokes in that, but I was like, funny. I'm like, alright, there's a fart joke that's not outspoken? I don't know. Is this subtle? Is this a subtle fart joke? I'm like, alright. But, like, Tusk, they actually are able to talk down as well. And Tusk also is, like, super powerful because he has, the other weapons. Pigsy's weapon, May's weapon, or not, Pigsy's weapon, Sandy's weapon, and Tripitaka's weapon, Tang's weapon. And he seems to be like the caster class too, which is kind of funny when like he's like the real big guy. And while Azur Lion is actually having to deal, and anyway, so yeah, that's that whole thing. And they do actually talk Tusk down. Azur Lion is like the, big guy, whatever. And they like, Macaque brings up too, like, well, Azur Lion thinks he's the hero, but he's not. And they bring up even, like, the Utopia, why Monkey King, and also they do say, too, like, Monkey King, after he was freed from the mountain, and he went along with Tripitaka, and he grew as a person, and learned, which is a big thing about Journey to the West, like, is that there is a lot of character development for Sun Wukong, and, like, that he became something better, that he actually did become, like, a hero. Though they never do bring up what exactly happened at the very end with Macaque and Wukong, because again, like, if we're to believe what Lady Bone Demon was saying, all that stuff, Wukong killed Macaque. He killed him, which is accurate to Journey to the West, that he does die. So, I'm guessing maybe that's still, like, kind of canon, just they added more that the Macaque actually is helpful. Okay, so. Where were we? Okay, so anyways, Azur Lion, so they were bringing up Azur Lion that he thinks he's the good guy, but he's not, because even the Utopia that he had, it wasn't, like, it wasn't actually that, because everything that they used, the magic and power that they used to create that Utopia, drained all the life out of the surrounding area, creating it into a wasteland desert. So, even then, that was still wrong, which also, I actually want to look up, is Azur Lion in Journey to the West? Azure Lion, Journey to the West. Journey to the West. Azure Lion, also known as the Lion Lynx Demon, is a powerful demon who has golden wing Pang and yellow tusker elephant. Serve the steed of Bodhisattva. Is he in? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is he in any of the OSP videos? I just want to see because I might have actually missed it. Oh shit! Wait a minute. He is in one of them. Lion Demon King. Oh shit! I'm gonna rewatch all. I'm gonna do a reaction series of just rewatching all of the Journey to the West of OSP. But yeah, okay. So Azure Lion is actually brought up in there. I just didn't remember. It's one of the many demons Sun Wukong and his friend encountered during their journey. Bongers recounted how Azure Lion had shapeshifted into Tripitaka and tried to use the mantra on him, which failed, and he subsequently defeated. Okay. Hecate trivia. Okay. Interesting. All right. So yeah. So Azure Lion actually is. So that's because that's the thing too. Like I was like, is this character like original to MK to the Monkey King? Like the only characters that are like original, even that's not even true because I was gonna say like the only characters that are original that aren't from Journey to the West, I was gonna say is like May and Pixie and all that, but they are like reincarnations of the original characters. So it is kind of like even then like, and that's the thing. Journey to the West has so many characters in it. I'd like legit go like, yeah, I believe that's an actual character. I believe that's an actual character that was in the original story. Any case, so let's back to the thing. Azure Lion, these guys are all fighting. Team A, the other two teams are fighting Pang, or is it Pang? The Golden Wing Pang, as well as Tusker, while Monkey King and MK are fighting the Azure Lion. Also, May and Monkey Kid, MK have like these new suits because of like their weapons staff or whatever. So they actually fight Azure Lion. MK does not want to use his monkey form. He's scared of it. Like even like Monkey King even says like, "Look, kid, like I'm sad. I'm sorry wasn't able to train you more in your monkey form." He's like, "No, that's fine. I don't need to learn monkey form. Why would I need to learn monkey form? I don't need monkey form." And he's like, "Kid, you're gonna need it. Like we need that power now." And he's like, "Nah, we're fine." And so, anyways, so they fight. So like, there's the whole big fight. They throw like the scroll. The guy's trying to hit them with the scrolls, but the scrolls keep landing everywhere. The monkeys that got sucked in with Monkey King originally, they escaped. And also, they actually like Macaque. Like they actually came to him like in the scroll, but they gathered up all the scroll bits while Monkey King and MK are just screwing with him. Like he even does like the butt slap thing to tease Azure Lion to chase him. And God, what was it? But that whole, like the whole thing is great, and it's cool seeing like all of the just stuff. And the thing is, Monkey King straight says like, "Yeah, I almost defeated the Jade Emperor himself back in the day on my own. This will be fine with us too. Hell yeah!" But anyways, they go at it, and I can't remember if our Azure Lion pretty much says like he's gonna kill Monkey King, and like MK grabs him like, "No." He's like my dad. He really doesn't say that, but yeah. But pretty much MK gets pushed to the limit at one point, and he actually goes like full monkey. He goes full monkey. You see him with the black tail, the sideburns, and everything, and he just starts wrecking shit. He starts beating the shit out of Azure Lion. Well, Azure Lion is, mind you, is no longer small. He's now a giant. And MK just, like, dude slams a sword on MK's head, and MK just takes it to the forehead, just, like, is pushing back. It's like, oh, shit. He goes, like, full Super Saiyan 4, and I love it. Like, he goes full monkey, and he's just beating the shit out of Azure Lion. And, I think it was right before he changed, because Azure Lion pretty much says, like, MK, why are you doing this? He is a villain. He is the bad guy. You're gonna learn just like I did. Man, what's the line? I love the line so much. I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure I remembered it. Man, where is it? Don't tell me I erased it. It should be here. Oh, the false sage equal to nothing. Yeah, so he brings the sword down, and MK, slams on MK's energy. He's now going full monkey, starts beating the shit out of Azurlion, and Azurlion goes, "Look what he's made you, into a mindless beast!" And MK, mind you, this isn't just like super form, where like they look angry. This isn't super form where, it's just super powerful. And, like, maybe, like, the character's, like, kind of still really fully in control. Like, the best thing I can probably describe is, like, I love Titan Form Luz and, like, Calamity Ann, but it is very much, like, they're kind of always in control. Except for, like, I guess Ann in the very beginning. Some bits, when she was silent, I guess. But this isn't that. This is MK being stupidly cocky. Or just knowing he's the strongest. Because when Azurlion says, "You're not," he made you into a mindless beast, and MK goes, he appears behind him and he goes, "There's nothing mindless about me," and just smiling and kicks the shit out of Azurlion, sends him flying. It's like, oh my god! And he starts beating the shit again. You see the Azurlion slam his sword down on MK's head. MK's just holding it there, and Azurlion's pushing with, like, the power of the Jade Emperor, all this shit, and it's still not going against Monkie, MK, and, like, he's like, "What are you?" And the thing is, what I really love is, like, mind you, this is a Lego series, and I love, all the builds and stuff like that. Also, like, I don't know if I said it last one, but, like, there's 100%, like, that MK, like, May fusion was literally just this. I think I did say it, but literally just this. Like, that mech thing, I even looked it up, later, but there's this ability that I love that, like, they could probably make a cool Lego sets out of it, but it's when they create the aura constructs. Like, May does this whenever she creates her, like, dragon form that forms with her. And then Macaque does it when, like, he creates his shadow form, which is great because Pain goes to attack him, and then Macaque he's like, "You bad, turn your back on me!" And Macaque just looks, and you see the shadow monkey just form just over him. He's like, "Oh shit!" Like, it's like, yeah, bud, Macaque is one of the strongest. Even in Journey to the West, he was the one who actually gave Monkey King a run for his money, other than the Jade Emperor. So yeah, don't fuck with him. But in any case, Macaque, scares the shit out of him. He's like, "Oh," like, anyway. So yeah, so pretty much there's that one, and now we have a new one where it's MK, and he creates a giant golden form with, like, multiple monkey tails. And also, mind you, this entire fight, when he turns monkey, he's beating the shit out of Azurlion in the beginning. Not even with his hand or feet, just with his tail, just whipping his tail, just slapping the shit out of him. It's amazing. The animation is so good. That's why I'm kind of pissed about Season 5 not being the same team. And apparently I looked it up, it's like, oh, it's scheduling issues. It's like, I don't care what the issues are. You should have waited then, Lego. Jesus Christ. Because how are you gonna say no to these people who made one of your best, like, animated shows? And mind you, yeah, it's probably it probably didn't do as well as something like Ninjago, but also at the same point, it's not on a channel like Ninjago. It's on a streaming service, which kind of shoots a cartoon in the foot if it's not done well. And then most of this show, you couldn't even watch okay, we'll get to that. But MK beats the shit out of him. Azurlion, and pretty much slams Azurlion down into the, I think it's the Sacred Mountain I think it has to be the Sacred Mountain that, Monkey King was trapped in, or it is Flower Fruit Mountain. In any case, it was Flower Fruit Mountain, which I guess is also the same mountain, I think. Knocks Azurlion into it, and when that happens, MK does kind of, like, lose, like, his power at one point. And it seems like Azurlion starts like, "No, I can fix this," as he tries to hold the world together. It doesn't seem to be working out. And Monkey King actually goes up and he's like, "Wait, Azur, how did you even get the scroll?" And Azur's like, "What?" He's like, "How did you get the scroll? I took you to the underworld myself. Those scrolls are protected. How did you escape? And also, mind you, he says he took Azur to the underworld himself. That either means two things. One, he took Azur down there when he was alive. Or two, he killed Azur Lion also. Which, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that is the case. Also, Tusk joins Team B to help. But Azur Lion doesn't know. He doesn't say anything yet. And, like, eventually the world starts getting ripped apart. And eventually Azur Lion uses all of his strength to repair the world. And, you know, he looks down and he's like, he pretty much says, Monkie, he's sorry. Also, you know, I do like when he was angry. He's like, I'm sorry. I can't believe I ever called you king. I'm like, God. But, Azur Lion, but Azur Lion gives up, like, most of his soul, his energy, and, like, saves the planet, but he then starts breaking apart, but he does smile that he at least saved the world, dies, his power energy is kind of released, and pretty much they use, I believe it's the chains that held Monkey King down, along with the power of all the relics. Tusk gave the relics back to the main crew, and they were able to get their own armored forms and use their powers all together to seal the orb into a lotus, with the Ichigo sealed into a lotus. And he's like, well, I don't know if this is going to hold, but I'm going to keep watching it. Also, and then pretty much Tusk is like the last one of the group, and Tusk's like, I'm giving myself up. Like, I'm not gonna say sorry for what my brothers did, because we did this to save the world, to make a better world. I'm not gonna say sorry for that. But he gets taken away. We have no idea, like, where the scrolls came from, but at the very end, everyone gets released from the scrolls, like Demon Bull King, Red Sun, everyone, the whole heavenly hosts. Everyone gets released. Monkey King says that he's, you know, sorry, and MK says, like, he's not ready to, you know, to lose his master, his mentor. They hug. Pigsy also does run in at one point and pushes Monkey King away. He's like, are you hurt, kid? You need a band-aid? Concussion? Well, we'll keep you away, kid. Like, going straight dad mode. Like, God, I love it. I love that so much. But, yeah, so, and then pretty much at the end, they all have, like, a beach party. Like, Demon Bull King is there. Everyone's having fun. MK and Monkey King are kind of chilling out, but MK puts on sunscreen and goes, alright, I'm gonna head out now. I'm gonna head out. He's like, and Monkey's like, no, wait, you need the sunscreen to seep in. And, like, MK just leaves. And Pig's like, I've been telling him that for years. He doesn't listen. Very much, like, both of them are going the full, like, yeah, MK has two dads. And I love that. That is awesome. I love, like, that so much. But Macaque also pops up dressed up as Vegeta. And Monkey's like, really? Why are you here? Or Macaque goes, well, thanks for the invite. And he's like, well, thanks for coming when you weren't invited. The two, then pretty much Macaque says, you know, this isn't the end, right? Something's coming. This is the calm before the storm. And he's like, yeah, I know. And Monkey King actually hands Macaque a peach ice cream, you know, kind of as a sorry, since the last time he offered a peach, you know, and Monkey King kind of just, you know, kind of threw it in his face, but not really, because Macaque just squished it because Monkey King was being a dick. But then it ends with Organization 13 in the underworld, them bring up, they mustn't know that we did this, and, you know, this is all part of the plan, or whatever is coming next, and it's like, oh, yes, and it's the blue, you know, Organization hoods, and like, da-da-da, and that's the end. And now we're gonna go to Season 5, which isn't animated by the same people, which, it's really weird, because it's fun, because, like, they go, like, to, like, a rigging thing, which, mind you, I, like, if I remember correctly, I think the Owl House is done with, like, a rigging system. And a lot of animations now are done with, like, you know, animation on a rig for, like, the models and all that stuff. I don't think you should have done that for Monkey King. And I feel like they should have waited. Because the animation is one of the best parts of this. And, like, legitimately, I kind of feel like, legit, like, when I saw the animation wasn't that good, I just felt like, I don't like, they're trying, but, like, it doesn't, I'm like, I don't like how this is looking so far. I'll watch it, because, like, this is probably gonna be the last season. But yeah, like, I want to turn up to, like, okay, so when I originally saw this show, I saw it on Amazon. I saw it on Amazon Prime, And it's like, okay, and they had the first movie. The first movie, they had the first full season. I think there was the second movie. Wasn't it a special for the end of that? Yeah, because that was the Spider Queen one, which then led into season 2. And then obviously season 2 had 2 parts with like the Lady Bone Demon having then a special at the very end of it. And that, but the thing is, and like, okay, so they had the first 2 seasons. Season 3 did not come out. I don't know if it was out yet or not at the time. I think it was, though. It was like I couldn't see it. Even though it did say, if I remember, like season 3. I'm like, okay, why not? So, cut to, a few months ago when I'm like, all right, let me watch it again. I went on the streaming service that usually has like everything on there, like everything. Probably not legally everything, but everything. I watched it there, and it had up to season 3, and I watched all of season 3, season 2, season 3, and then and like the special at the very end, which is part of the lineup there. I was like, okay, yeah, cool, that makes sense. Okay, now, after that, I look up, where do I find, then I find out, oh, there's actually 2 more seasons. Where do I find those? It's like, oh, they're on Peacock. It's like, okay, cool. Watch all of season, 4? Season 4, and then, we get to Peacock. On Peacock, it's like, watch all of season 4. All of it. It's like, okay, cool, we got it. And then, it has season 5. It's like, great. Season 5 is not the end of season 4. It's not a 2-part season with like Azur Lion's the main big bad of the next season. No, that's not how this works, apparently. It's there's a special missing. It's like, how do you miss the entire special? So then I had to go to, I think, OK Kids or Better Kids or something like that. Or I think there's apparently a Lego channel, but this is the first time I ever heard about it. To then be able to watch the special. And I'm like, okay. And now there's season 5, which I'm wondering if like there was actually a scheduling issue or if Lego just didn't want to pay for the Better Animation Studio. Because I'm just like, you should have waited if it was just a timing schedule thing. Because holy shit, like the animation, like just the first few minutes, I'm like, you took a show that I'm like super excited for. I would say it's probably one of my favorite. I think it is still currently running shows. And now it's like, I'm gonna try to stay optimistic, but like it is very like lackluster, the animation, which kind of sucks. But in either case, this season was pretty fun. This special was really great. I liked Azur Lion. I definitely. One of these days, I'm gonna start building these because I definitely want to build. Because this is the smaller one of the Monkey Kid one, and mind you, I really got this one because I had May with her original sword right there. But also like there's other ones. So apparently, there's a staff where like it's slightly bigger. Also, I want to get some of the staff constructs. Right now, apparently they're all like out of production. Most of them are. I think the last one is like Monkey King's like Super Mech or something. A lot of them are out of production right now, which kind of sucks, but I do want to try to get a few of them, however way, eBay or like some other places. But yeah, I definitely Flower Fruit Mountain, which I don't know if Sister Monkey and Brother Monkey are going to make an appearance in the next season, but I do feel like this set was kind of supposed to be like, for this season a little bit because of how like this has like literally like Baby Monkey King, Apprentice Monkey King, and then so on, and Battle Monkey King. So I don't know. Also, a lot of the MK figures have apparently like a heart-shaped like paint on his face that looks kind of like Monkey King when he goes monkey when he his monkey form. And also, Monkey has a heart on his chest too, and I was like, oh shit, that's cute, it's cool. But anyways. This series is great. I really do like this a lot. I'm iffy about season 5 right now. And I feel like it's Lego's fault for not getting the same animation team. But I'm going to try to be optimistic. But you definitely watching it, you're just like, even like the intro bit, where like they kind of use some of the animation from the original one, from the original intros that was animated. But then like you see like, like they would have like a character in the back, like, the original thing, but in the background, like, oh, it's, Sandy, but then in the back, it's like, older, like Sandy's old self or stuff like that. But you see, like, the animation looks like completely different. You're like, wait, what the hell happened here? But yeah, I don't know. Also, apparently, like, I can just buy some of the figures separately, which I'm gonna buy Sandy separately. I'm like, I could get the boat, but also I don't really want all of that. I'd rather just buy Sandy, the big fig of Sandy, which honestly, I want to see how, I don't have a big fig, but I think he's about the same size as, like, the mechs. But anyway, guys. The show was great. I liked it a lot. Monkey Kid, MK, is so freaking cool, and I always love a cool monkey form. Monkey forms are badass, and I can't wait to see I do want to see how that's going to be, because it seems like a big thing is going to be that MK is going to have to learn how to use that monkey form now. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Check out my videos. Hopefully you enjoy this. I definitely want to get another set that I want to do. And maybe I'll do like certain Fridays if I don't feel like drawing to work on one of the Lego sets. The Flower Mound's going to be a big one. But anyways. Also, this has thumb articulation. I didn't realize that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Share my videos. Hopefully you enjoy this. Go check out this show. It is really great. The animation is great for the 4 seasons. And special. But by God, you have to do research to figure out how to do this. Lego, fix your shit. Get everything, like, ordered. Because, by God, this show is great. And you could have a good thing going. Although I am excited for, like, the Ninjago, apparently 2D one that's coming out. And I want to get the Ninjago Guardian Dragon thing. It looks pretty sick. And honestly, they should do that for Monkey King. And, like, do, like, Macaque's Shadow form. And May's Dragon form. And MK's Golden Giant Monkey form. Anyways, thanks for watching. Check out videos. Hopefully you enjoyed it. See you later. Yeah, they're freaking great. And I really do need to open those up because I want to put the minifigures up. I got to put like a set so I can put all the minifigures standing somewhere. But yeah. Also, one thing I actually wanted to put in too that I forgot. May says that the Sabati Fire, now I remember the name, Sabati Fire told her, like, I think about, like, controlling power or something like that. And I'm thinking, like, when did the Sabati Fire ever talk to her? Is that a translation mess up or something? Like, when did the Sabati Fire talk to her? I know when Red Sun did, but did the Sabati Fire ever talk to her? I'm like, am I missing something? Does she still have it? That'd be kind of cool if she did.